get started today. So just begin resting comfortably. Now for today's session, if you've got a pillow or blankets handy, then that's going to be really, really helpful. So just get maybe a pillow, blanket, whatever you've got nearby that you can use just to help you get a little bit more comfortable today. And as it's getting deep into winter, I know we've all been busy, lots going on. So I want to give you guys a really nice restorative session today. So restorative yoga is a kind of yoga where we are just in really nice, comfortable positions, and we just pause and hold those positions for a short period of time. And what's great about restorative yoga is that it really calms the nervous system, it calms the physical, mental body. So grabbing cushion, blanket, whatever's handy, and just start to lie down for me. So using the blanket however you like to get comfortable, maybe beneath your head, maybe beneath your back. And then bring your feet onto the floor and your knees together. So I want you to rest like this just to ensure that we stay a little bit awake, a little bit alert. Keeping those feet on the floor so we're not too comfortable. But also in this way, with the feet on the floor, we just get a slight little lift in the back. And then you can find the whole spine extending along the floor. So normally there's a little curve just below the lower back. With the feet on the floor, you get a gentle tilting in the pelvis, and you find the whole back can be supported on the floor. And then just close your eyes and rest comfortably, lying there on the ground. And perhaps you decide you want your hands to rest on your belly, quite a comforting position for yourself, or maybe your hands drift down by your sides. Wherever suits you, rest your hands now nice and heavily. And the shoulders relax. The length of your arms just gently soften down onto the floor. And just feel completely at ease here. Completely relaxed. Just pausing. And as you rest here, just be present in this moment. Allow yourself to simply be. And in this presence, just start to recognize how you're doing today. How are you feeling? Letting everything soften and melt down into the floor. And just recognizing sensations in the body. Those sensations are neutral, they're not good or bad. Recognizing how you're feeling in this moment. Just allow yourself to be here, present. Nothing else is of importance. There's no thoughts clouding your mind. Just simply be. Relax. Let the body rest here. And then begin to just recognize what you can feel around you, starting with the floor beneath you. Just begin to notice how it feels, any textures, if it's soft or firm, supportive or giving. Start to notice the temperature, the earth beneath you. Start to notice the temperature of the air around you. And then begin to recognize any sound you can hear in this room. Starting with the sound of my voice as it reaches your ears. Begin to notice perhaps the gentle buzz of your computer. Any other sounds in this room. Take your attention further now to perhaps your adjoining rooms. Notice perhaps other people in the space, or the house itself, or the sounds of life. Recognize any sounds outside of your space. Perhaps the noise of traffic, birds, other people walking by, maybe the occasional plane. Softly begin to recognize all of these sounds. And then recognize anything else you can sense in the space, any smells, any tastes. And then gently, staying completely still, start to open up your eyes and just take a look directly ahead of you towards the ceiling. Have a soft gaze, unfocused, simply noticing that space directly above you. Allowing the eyes to unfocus. And then start to notice the color, the shapes, patterns of that ceiling. From here, start to gently lift your eyes without moving your head, so as if you could gaze up at your eyebrows. And then softly begin to lower your eyes all the way down towards your cheeks, again without moving your head. Slowly take your gaze over to the right side. And then bring the gaze over to the left. Start to lift your eyes right up. Gently lower them all the way down. Take them over to the right. And then over to the left. Start to lift the eyes up. And then lower down, look towards the earth. Take them out as far to the right. And then all the way over to the left. Gently lift your eyes up. And then start to lower yourself back down. Take the eyes all the way to look out to your right side. And then gently over to the left. Lift up again towards the top of your range of view. And then all the way down towards the bottom. Take them right over to the right side. And then all the way to the left. Let's do one more. Lift those eyes right up. And then gently lower them down. Get the eyes over to the left side. And then right back towards the right. And then bring the eyes to the center. Just start to gently blink your eyes. If you're fluttering your eyelashes. And then closing the eyes, start to gently scrunch them up really tight, tight as they can go. Start to squeeze your forehead, your cheekbones. Clench your jaw, purse your lips. Bring your shoulders right up so they wrap around your ears. Start to tense your arms. Crunch up your fingertips into little fists. Squeeze in your belly, your glutes, your legs. Hug everything close. Scrunch up your feet. And then softly release. Let's do that again. Scrunch up your eyes. Start from the very top of the head slowly. Just tensing all the muscles. Squeeze everything into the center. If you're holding on tight, like a little ball being wound up. And release. And just feel soft here. In this stillness. Completely at ease. Holding still for one last moment. And then you're going to start to bring the knees up to the chest. Give them a little squeeze in, a little hug in towards you. Wrapping your arms around, nice and close, hugging the person you love most in this world. And that person being you. And then maybe just take a gentle rock side to side. Nice and steady, nice and easy. Just rolling this way and that. And then start to place a hand onto each knee. And start to take some circles with those knees, nice and steadily. A few times in one direction, just slowly looping, ever so gently, ever so kindly. And the feet can stay together, they can drift apart slightly if that's more comfortable. Everything today is about comfort and ease, softness. As you've taken these nice circles, we can start to move the other way. It's rolling around the joints, legs pulling apart, coming together steadily. Just keep rolling here. Last few your time. And then just bring the knees together. Use your hands just to circle the legs a little bit together. Just get a roll around the back of the pelvis. A little bit of movement in the spine. Do that the other way. And then keeping the legs just gently. Let the feet come back to the floor. Keep the feet together. We're going to let the knees fall apart now. So coming into our first restorative hold. Letting those knees drop apart. Hips resting heavily. And then again, just using a pillow beneath the head, wherever it feels comfortable. And your options here with the hands, either resting them beneath the thighs or beneath your glutes, just to give some support to the legs. Or if they feel comfortable, just floating in space. Bring your hands onto your belly, your chest, or you can keep the hands clasped together and lift them up over your head. So creating a diamond shape with your arms, just like you create a diamond shape with the legs. And then close your eyes. And come to rest. Feet together in prayer, hands just gently clasped together. And creating this openness throughout the body. Sense of acceptance. As if you're prepared to take whatever comes your way. You allow the world to simply be. Allow yourself to be within that world. Just resting here steadily. Keeping the breath slow and steady. And focusing on the sensations you can feel. Throughout the body. Anchoring yourself in those feelings, in that sense of presence. The body softening ever closer to the ground. The tissues and fibers that support the joints just slowly stretching and lengthening. The joints themselves softening, easing. Just allowing yourself to be here presently. Pausing, letting the body rest. And by now you have fallen into the relaxation state, called the parasympathetic, part of your nervous system which controls your rest, digest, relaxation. Part of your nervous system that feels calm and at ease. So resting here, allowing the body to calm and ease. Taking a few more steady breaths here, allowing the body to completely relax. Not even noticing the space where the body meets the ground, just becoming one with the ground. You soften deeper and deeper. As you've taken just one or two more breaths, you can just start to gently bring the legs back together. And then hug the knees into the chest. Use your hands just to guide the legs there. And just hold yourself gently, kindly. And then we'll roll over onto the side. And slowly start to push up to sit. And then turn yourself onto all fours. And from here, we'll take the hips back to the heels. And then just start to slowly walk the hands forward. And then walk the hands back in towards you. Rolling up to sit. We'll do a few of these little walkouts. Walking forward with the fingertips. And then walking ourselves back up. Walking forward. Walking back. And walking yourself forward. Gently walking back. Last couple of times forward. And then back. And then this time as we come forward, we're going to stay. So maybe you've got a cushion that you place beneath your chest to rest there. If your hips don't touch your heels, maybe you use a support there just to make sure the hips can relax, that the muscles, the tissues can soften. Walk your fingertips as far forward as they go and start to let the whole body rest. The forehead grounds down. Maybe you walk those fingertips slightly further forward, so they're just to the edge of comfort, extending out, and then just soften in the elbows, soften in the wrists, soften in the shoulders, all your joints beginning to release. Bowing the head down, surrendering. Simply be here in this moment, be here present. Allowing this time. Allow your body to just gently adjust. Feel free to move slightly if needed. Adjust in any way that works for you. Try to feel comfortable here. You just continue to ground the body heavier and heavier into the earth. Keeping the body soft and maintaining steady breath. Simply allowing yourself to be present and still. And stillness building strength, stability through the body by just allowing the body to be. Know that you are safe here and supported by the ground. Taking a final few breaths there, enjoying the stillness and the peace. Letting everything soften further and further down. And as you start to inhale, start to slide the fingertips back in, come back up to all fours. And just take a little gentle shake of the hips side to side. And as you inhale, we're going to lower the belly down into cow, look forward. And then exhale, take a nice cat stretch, arching your back. Inhale, lower the belly, look forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Inhale to lower. Exhale, arching. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling. The last couple of times, inhale, lower. Exhale, rounding up. And then gently come back into the center. I'm going to take the right arm all the way out to the right side. And then start to thread it underneath the left. So coming into keyhole stretch, we're threading the needle. So sliding this hand all the way out. So your right shoulder now starts to lower down. And you soften your right earlobe to the ground. And from here, just start to soften the left arm
elbow gentle, wrist gentle. The left side relaxes and the weight just slowly comes onto that right shoulder. Maybe just take a little rock with your hips, side to side. See how that feels. And see if you can find the point where the weight is even on both knees. And if this is uncomfortable on the knees and you want to sink the hips back to the heels, as if this was a child's pose variation, we can do that too. So just come to rest there and just see how that goes. Maybe your left arm extends out up to the top of the mat. Or maybe you use the left hand to make a pillow for your right ear. And then just find a way to soften into stillness again. Just pausing, completely still, completely steady. Allowing yourself to completely. Resting steadily. Heavily down. Just keeping the body soft and gentle. Try to anchor your focus on the present and tuning in again to the feelings in the body, feeling of the ground beneath you. Maybe recognizing the sounds, the smells, the taste you can sense. Keeping all your focus here on the present moment. Keep noticing how the body feels in the moment. So you're present with those feelings. If you feel your mind begin to wander, just slowly bring it back. Like a puppy on a leash. Turning into this moment. We'll take a final few breaths there. And then start to bring the left hand underneath your shoulder, start to push yourself up. And then just take a little rock with the hips, side to side. Make a little cat-cow, lower the belly, arching the back, lower through, and then start to take this left hand out to the side, and then slide it all the way underneath so you come to that left shoulder now. Same thing, maybe just wiggle the hips just to see if you can get the weight nice and evenly balanced across the two sides. Let the toes rest down. If you want to sink the hips back, drop them back. You'll still get a nice shoulder stretch. And then decide where you want this right hand to go, whether it extends forward or perhaps you use it as a pillow for the left ear. And then just settling down here again into this sense of stillness, this sense of peace and calm. Holding in this moment. Allow yourself to simply be. Be present with your feelings. Be present with your body. As you rest in stillness. This moment just rolls into the next. Time loses all meaning. As you pause and body rest, you can begin to spend its energy on more important things. Proper digestion and healing and solving any issues that arise. You can start to focus on building new tissues, new cells, creating new life within you. Rest is vital, giving your energy towards the part of life. To appreciate the time to pause, to rest, be present. Taking the last few breaths here. Resting. Beautiful. Time. Start to bring the right hand beneath the shoulder. Start to gently push yourself back and then bring your hips to your heels. Slide the hands in and then roll back. You're going to come back onto the spine now. You may find this next posture, you want to be near a wall. And begin to hug the knees in. And then resting the back heavily down. We're going to take legs up the wall. So you can do this floating in space if there's not a wall near you or you feel comfortable this way. And you can either hold on to the thighs and just let the legs hang out there. You can bring the hands back onto your belly, fall down by your side. And then resting your hips steadily on the floor. If you want to do this against the wall, then simply rest the hips against the wall, rest your heels against the wall, and let the legs extend in that way. And then resting here in stillness. And we're starting to let the energy now going back to our center, going back to our heart from the extremities. I recommend the hands on the belly or the chest is nice here. To focus the energy back in towards that space. To direct the energy down into the center. Pausing here. Holding here. Softening here. Allowing yourself to gently rest. Back heavy. Shoulders heavy. Feel the energy gently drawing back into the center. Refilling your cup. Feel lightness. That energy brightens you from the inside. There's a heaviness through the back, through the shoulders. You slowly fill with energy and weighs you further down to the soft ground. Keep breathing deeply. Slowly. Slowly. Find a way to relax the legs. Soften here. And how you're feeling, sensations in the body. And start to just gently move the ankles, just take a little rolling. To wake up in the legs. Start to bring the knees down into your chest. Hug your right arm around the legs. And then we'll move straight into our next posture, taking those legs towards that right side, using your arm just to slowly twist them around. And maybe staying there. Maybe the legs reach down towards the floor. Try to keep the left shoulder grounded and then just let the left arm unfold out to that left side. Let your head drop in towards your left shoulder and just resting here. Right hand cradling the legs, comforting them down towards the ground. And keep the breath slow and steady. Keep mind focused on being here. The sensations you feel. Just softly elongate through this side of the body. Want the shoulders to relax. Completely melting down into the floor. Continue resting here. Easing the body down. Keeping this pace slow and steady. The breath slow and steady. Just be here and now. Last couple breaths here. And bring your arm back around. Bring your knees back up to the center. And then just gently use the left arm to guide the knees over to the left. Your right arm to the ground, let your chin drop into your shoulder. And just begin to twist this way. Softening down. Letting go, releasing towards the floor. Using the arm to support the legs, giving yourself a gentle, kind hug. Softening and ever deepening a sense of relaxation, sense of peace and calm. Keep letting the body weigh down heavily. And gently, as you inhale, let's bring your knees back to the center. Start to wrap your arms around the legs. Hug yourself close. And then start to stretch the legs out. Reach your arms overhead. Lengthen the whole body. Elongating as much as you can. Put the fingertips, point the toes. Just gently bring the arms down by your side. Take a breath in. The body settle into complete stillness in this neutral position. And the palms to face up. And body rest. As you come back into this neutral position, notice the sensations through the body, the energy circulates around and just settles back into natural rhythm. Keeping the breath slow and steady. And if you feel ready, you just start to slowly roll yourself onto one side. And just very gently taking your time. Coming back to sit on the mat. Let yourself softly come up to sit. Let the shoulders drop, let the body rest. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And just open your eyes up when you're ready. Take a little look around the space. Just recognize where you are, what that space gives you, and your place here. I suggest you come back slowly. Just moving in your own time, your own pace.